Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore Series here on the PS5. Tonight it's round 10. We're heading to the Styrian Forests in Spielberg, Austria, the Red Bull Ring. So here we are then, ready for round 10. We are having a sprint race again tonight, so a sprint and then a main race afterwards. And we are going to have a bit of weather. We take a quick look here at the forecast. You can see we do have light rain on the Saturday, sort of medium rain on the Friday. So practice and or quali could be affected for for Friday's running, and then it might be practice, it might be sprint, it might be both. With the light rain, that to me suggests that there'll be some dry running transitioning to wet, or wet transitioning to dry. Maybe Friday will be all wet through quali, who knows. The race on Sunday will be dry, so could be an interesting one. This is going to be a good test for our drivers. Let's take a quick look at their wet weather performance, or rather their ability to react to changing conditions. And you can see Mick has an adaptability of 82, and if we take a look at Oscar, he's got an adaptability of 86. So both of our drivers have got pretty decent performance in changing conditions. Oscar has the edge. It's going to be a real good test of both of our drivers here. I would expect Oscar to have the edge in performance tonight. It's not a guarantee. I mean, we thought that Mick would be a good 2 or 3 tenths slower when we first signed him than Oscar. Just not looking at the pace stats, but with the reaction stat difference, Mick actually was a little bit quicker at the start of the year, and Oscar has caught up and has just about surpassed now as his reaction stat has improved. So it's not a done deal in that respect. Let's take a look at our car for tonight. Let's see if we need to change anything. Let's see. They're both on the Mark III chassis, Mark II front wings, Mark II rear wings. Difference in side pod. Do we have another side pod available? I don't think we do yet. Same underfloor, same suspension. So let's take a quick look. No, we only have one of the new side pods, which we did put onto Oscar's car. So that will give him a little bit of an edge as well in terms of performance. Hopefully we've backed the right horse. Both drivers do have a tendency to make mistakes, but it's pretty evenly distributed amongst them. So we might get lucky, we might get unlucky. We'll have to see how that goes. Let's set some targets for tonight based on our performance. There you can see where Mick's car looks. Oscar's is slightly quicker against the average, but it's not by a huge amount. There you go. That's the difference there for Oscar. I've got a real hope for some points for Oscar tonight. If we're lucky, maybe we can get Mick up there as well. If we can have a good performance in the sprint, that will set us up nicely for the Grand Prix itself. Let's see. The incentive is to get both cars into Q3. I don't know if we can do that here. If it's a wet Grand Prix, maybe. If it's a wet quali, maybe. Not so sure in the dry. But it is the incentive. We're going to play a little safe on the guarantees. We're going to say 2 in the top 12 tonight, both into Q2. Fastest laps the incentive, again, fingers crossed we can get that, but no guarantee. Finish position, we're going to go, again, 2 in the top 12. Quali position streak is a brand new one, 1 in the top 10 for 2 races. And finish position streak, we started last night. 1 of 5 races down, 2 in the top 14 for 5. We need to do that 4 more times to that payout. So with everything sorted there, just quickly check, I'm expecting any parts to arrive over the weekend. No, we're not. We're pretty good actually on spare parts, if memory serves. Let me double check the warehouse. Yeah, the only thing we're really short on at the moment is side pods, which we are working on. We've got 3 spare front wings, which is good going into a sprint weekend. We've got 2 spare chassis and suspensions each as well. And I think, were we working on a new underfloor? No, we're researching a new underfloor. Given that we can't make another or generate a new underfloor, I would like to make one, but as you can see, our balance at the moment is $168,000, and it's going to cost us, more than we've got. 3 times what we've got basically to make a new underfloor. So that's going to have to wait till after Austria to get us another spare. I think all of our facilities are okay. Let's have a quick look. We know that's been shut down by another fire. Wind tunnel is going to break very soon, you can see there. Facilities up here are okay, and operationally we are in the middle of refurbing the helipad, so we'll have slightly reduced bonus payouts from our sponsors tonight. But we'll be back up and running for the next race, which will be Silverstone. Back up and ready for that. Gonna leave it a little longer before we refurb the hospitality, unless it's actually, no, I can afford it. Let's get that refurb now. So we now have $8,000 rolling in the money. Right, let's head to Austria.
Welcome along to the spectacular setting of Austria. The hills are alive with a roar of F1 cars as we arrive in Spielberg's stunning natural surroundings. Fans have already filled the nearby campsites, and it's going to be a busy weekend here at the Red Bull Ring. Spielberg's challenges are all about overtaking. The DRS zones here mean passing is very possible, especially if your tyres are in a better condition than the next cars. But get caught out having to manage less than fresh tyres, and you could be a sitting duck.
It's not a usual F1 weekend though, with qualifying brought forward to make way for an all-out sprint race which will decide the grid for the Grand Prix.
So, without further ado, let's get started.
Already signs of a wet weekend. How you doing, HG? How you doing, Mr. Water? Good to see you guys. Hello to everyone else who's out there lurking in the background as well. Right, let's get straight into practice. We are going to be starting on the inters. Okay, let's swap out some parts. Put the older engines in. And of course, as it's a sprint weekend, we only really have this one session to nail the setups as best we can. So hopefully we can take full advantage of that. Get them locked in pretty quickly. Okay. Setups. Let's start then with Oscar. Almost every single setup I have is a 1.9. There are a couple that are 2.8s. And it's just choosing the right wing balance, etc. So I'm going to start with a 5, a 13.5, a 1.9, a 3.25, and a 0.95. There we go. We want to go 23 laps for a run here. Actually, no, we don't. No, that's about just in case we get it right. But we'll probably call them in early to make changes. Drop the settings down as we always do. That was Oscar. So let's look at Mick. Mick, we're going to go slightly different. We're going to go with a 4 and a 13, a 1.9, a 3.3, and again a 0.95. There we go. 21 laps, 23 laps. There we go. Both cars good to go. Let's send them to the track. Let's take a look at the weather as well. Yeah, it's going to be wet for pretty much the entire session.
Okay, radio check.
That could potentially cause an issue with tyres being taken away from us. Hopefully it won't, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, copy, same. Watch those curbs.
Copy.
Looking at the leaderboard, there's no rookies on the grid tonight. All usual first team drivers. I wonder why Hamilton and Leclerc were so slow. They actually went out on dry tyres briefly.
How's the car?
Leclerc is still on softs. Why is he still out there on softs? That's bizarre. Hamilton's back in the garage.
Any comments on balance?
97%. That's a strong start for Mick. We'll let him finish his run. Oscar, we are going to call in and make some changes now. Yeah, bizarre that Leclerc is still out there on those softs. I don't understand that. I mean, it's not like we haven't done that before, but, you know, not in conditions like this. It looks as though this is going to be a 13 as well on the rear wing. I do have a couple of 13 setups. I need to find a fair bit. Cornering needs to change. Let's try a 5.5, 13, 19, 3.05, and a 0.9. And that could be it. We'll give that a try. He's still out there, look. Is Hamilton back on track yet? Yes, Hamilton's on track. Is he on Inters now? He is. And finally, Charles Leclerc comes into the garage. And Hamilton immediately goes over 2 seconds quicker. Oh. Right, what is it that needs to change? It's the cornering. It's always the cornering, isn't it? Ah, okay. Gonna go with that. See if that works. If it doesn't, we'll go the other way when we start quali.
Check my car, please check my car.
Okay, understood. We'll have a look at it.
No need to panic, Mick.
No more rain from what we can see. Keep us
That is
updated
the
on
end
track
of the
conditions.
rain. That has stopped a little earlier than I thought it would. Yeah, you can see there the weather forecast has changed. We are going to get a little bit of dry running, potentially. I really want to destroy these Inters, given that we could have a fair bit more rain this weekend. How many sets of tyres have we got still? We've still got a fair few sets. I think we have 5 sets of Inters, so we can probably afford to do a little bit of damage to this one. Although, having said that, this will give us the opportunity to make sure that the right dry weather tyres are taken from us. Get it to take a set of mediums. Actually, no, wait, we do want it to take softs. Those extra mediums could be very useful in the dry. So probably going to end up doing a medium soft. We are not on target. We have gone the wrong way. So we'll go with that. Let's try and work this out. So 2 sets of softs for quali, set of softs for the sprint, and that'll be 2 sets of softs left, or a set of mediums in the sprint, and then still 2, well, yeah. We'll use the mediums. Evening, Farah. We're close with Oscar. Not quite there. So let's drop that back down to a 5. Let's go like that. And we'll get a couple of minutes on track. Do 4 or 5 laps before the end of the session. There we go.
There's Something seems wrong. Stop by. Just checkered flag.
All right. Let's have a look.
Welcome to qualifying. Let's find out who's got what it takes as we establish the grid for the sprint.
Just like normal qualifying, the session this weekend will be divided into Q1, Q2 and Q3, with the best times determining the grid for the sprint.
There's been a bit of talk about Alex Albon, Karun. How are things looking for him today?
We saw some disappointing lap times from them in practice. It could be that the team were experimenting with the car, but the pressure's now on them to deliver.
And it's almost time for qualifying. You won't want to miss that.
Alright then, let's have a look. Did we get enough partial feedback? Front wing is still good there, so I'm pretty confident that that's going to be right. Let's put the good stuff in the car. Well, it's not the best stuff, but it's good enough. Go and check on Oscar. Oscar is okay on the front wing as well. Again, I think that's probably going to be it. Just have to hope. And let's send them out for a dry starting quali. We are going to get some rain. Hopefully I can get 2 laps in.
Let's concentrate on those tyres
Yeah, I
and
saw
brakes.
Taxi Life pre-orders went live yesterday.
Focus on the tyres more.
I have no expectations. I've seen far too many driving simulator games make their way over and be utter rubbish. So we'll see. Hopefully it'll be good. But a lot of them aren't. The whole grid is piling out now. Look at that long queue of traffic. There's going to be some cars getting held up there, I think, potentially. Others might get a nice nifty slipstream. Picking up, looks like we might be giving one to the Williams behind us.
So we can get ready to push next lap.
Which one is that? It's Joe.
Clear ahead.
Joe is behind us. Of course, it's the super quick Joe. The super quick Williams. Well, we are still up on Joe in the first sector. And the Red Bull's just beaten us. No surprise there. Joe's quickest in the middle sector. about 3/10 difference between Mick and Oscar, and just a fraction under a tenth to Zhou. 2.5 tenths to Yuki, who's just crossed the line. I'm getting a whole flurry of times being set now. And I'm going to turn these guys around and send them straight back out again, because we have got a little window before that rain hits to get another run in, just to make sure that both cars do get through. And we are dropping down the order very quickly. Very quickly. This could be the race where everyone brings the new engines. In the year 2525, if man is still alive, maybe I'll get to drive Euro Truck Sim. A little lampoon on an old classic there.
We will stop you in front of the garage, so just watch for the mechanics.
Right. Straight out again. There we go. Let's give Schumacher the slipstream. He's running the car with a little less pace tonight. Doesn't have that side pod upgrade that Oscar does.
More rain expected any time from now.
Copy.
Good warm up on brakes. Yeah.
Evening F1 clips.
Concentrate on the tyre warm up as best we can.
Copy.
We're probably going to see a little flurry of activity of cars piling up the pits again, so I'm hopeful that we can avoid a massive train of traffic spitting out right in front of us. It's not looking good. They're all piling out. Oh, this could be chaos. Maybe I should have waited a moment. I just didn't know how much time I was going to have. Oh, they're all coming out.
So nobody ahead of you. Okay, so go one push. No traffic to be concerned about.
No traffic to be concerned about. Are you blind? It's a buttload of traffic to be concerned about. So far so good. No improvement for Oscar. Mick is improving. But we're not exactly taking optimal lines through some of these corners. Oscar up in the middle now. Oh, man, we managed to negotiate all that traffic without any issue. I'm quite surprised by that. You know what our luck is like when it comes to threading the needle. So Oscar improves up to 8th place. Schumacher stays in 12th. Equals Perez's time. Oh, okay. So it's going to be touch and go for Schumacher here. And this is it. This will determine whether or not we get through, because it's going to be wet for the rest of the session. So it needs to be good. There's a lot of cars behind us. So we only need 4 of them to go faster than us to knock us out. we've done enough. Such a short lap. Alonso is out. Magnussen is out. Porsche is through, but slower than Mick. Albon, I think, is out. He is. Giovinazzi's the last one on the flying lap, so we are through because the rain is about to start falling. Evening, Victor. Giovinazzi crosses the line just as the rain starts to fall, and it's falling quick. Look at that. It's absolutely bucketing down. That's going to go full-on wet weather in just another lap or two. There we go. We're through. Both cars, 10th and 12th. Just like a famous Indiana Jones companion, that was a short round. And we'll be starting the second session on the Inters. Going to pause and take a look at that weather. Okay. So potentially going to be almost dry at the end of the session.
Start preparing for that.
Copy.
Okay, so let's concentrate on some tyre prep now.
Okay, copy.
And once again, the whole grid piling out early. There'll be no DRS on this run.
Nice big gap ahead. You can push when you're
I
ready.
did consider fueling them for 2 laps.
Clear track ahead. Let's go.
But I figured it wasn't worth the risk because by the time I'd put the extra fuel in, the rest of the cars would have probably gone out. We would then have to fight through them on the second flying lap. Yeah, just not worth the risk. And we wouldn't have time to do a cool down lap, I don't think. We'll just set our times now and then try and be on the right tyres at the end of the session. I'm not sure if it'll be Inters or if it'll be softs again. We'll have to see. Not bad at all. We set our time when the track was at its driest at the moment. Obviously, it's going to get drier later. But, you know, we were out on track when it was at like 1.9. They're finishing doing most of their lap at over 2. Might give us a little advantage, but it won't be a huge advantage. Half a second slower than the Ferrari of Russell and the 2 Red Bulls and Norris. Actually, Norris is pretty close. Russell's not half a second faster. So it's Norris and Verstappen are the pace setters. Everyone else is at least 4/10 slower. We are through as things stand at the moment. So it looks like we did make the right call just going straight out on the track was a little bit drier. But of course, we know that the weather's going to change towards the end of the session. So no one's going to improve until towards the end. We are going to accelerate time. And you can see it is threatening to be dry, but how dry is the question. It looks pretty dry. We got there 5 minutes. We don't need long to get out to do a lap here. So we can wait a little bit longer. Weather still is a bit wet. It's still going up. So our graph here is a little out of sequence. There we go. It's plummeting. And this is what I would like to see reduced. The track doesn't dry up this quickly in reality. It can get wet very quickly, but not drying up this much this quickly. Especially when there's no one on track helping to displace that water. Everyone is going out on soft tyres now. Alright, we are going to do the same. And we're going to go with 2 laps of fuel. It's going to rain hard in 2 minutes. We'll see.
Start to work on the front tyres and brakes this lap.
Yeah, copy.
Hopefully the weather holds and we'll get 2 bites at the apple here.
Let's take advantage of this clean air. Gonna push next lap. You got a good gap ahead. Go one. We can push more.
Copy.
try and do a rocket ship rocket ship cool down lap. Tyres are in worse shape. 3.4 is the target time to beat. We're not going to beat it, that's for sure, but can we at least do enough to stay in the top 10? Everybody's going to be improving, so there's no point checking sector colours. Oscar's done enough so far, Mick has not. But we're going for that second flying lap. A lot of cars in the way. No improvement in the first. This was going to be a quick cool down lap, but I don't have time for the cool down lap. Which means I'm probably going to run out of battery. Still no improvement. Tyres have probably reached their limit, which means I think Mick is out. Oh yeah, he's out.
Okay, buddy, that's the checkered flag.
I just left it just a fraction too long to send them out.
No more energy. Copy.
Put a little bit too much fuel in the cars. Mick is out in 13th, and that might be a problem. Can't remember what we guaranteed. I think I said 2 in the top 12, in which case that's money lost. But at least we got Oscar into the top, into Q3, which I don't think I did guarantee. So no money for that. I can't remember. We'll find out in a moment, I suppose. Yeah, still won't show it. All right, so final qualifying. Get out and quickly set a base time before it goes to full wet.
Should be green.
And then again, it's going to finish on dry tyres. I might run it a little differently this time. What I might do is just do 2 laps without fuel, without a cool down lap, and then just go standard deployment on the battery on the first lap, and then full push on the second lap. Given that track is getting wetter, this should be good for Oscar if he can get a time in before it switches to full wet. I think we've just about got the time. But expect to see everyone else coming out on full wets from now on, I would imagine. Got Joe and Norris out on inters. Still no one else has come out yet.
Let's go.
Porsche's coming out on inters. And Max. Okay, I thought we would probably see more cars coming out on the full wets. Apparently not. So again, hopeful that the advantage will be ours. We'll be on the track at the peak condition, at least for this first run. Norris going faster than us. Joe faster in the middle. On a 110.4.
Delta, stay.
Won't be enough to stay top.
Box. Yeah, copy.
Porsche in the top 10. We are quicker than Joe. By quite a bit. I think we just hit that threshold where it's now wet tyre territory, but yet still everyone's coming out onto inters. It's that little threshold crossover period now where the inters are starting to struggle. The full wets, it's not quite wet enough for the full wets, but it's not far off. It's that little sort of awkward area where a good adaptability rating comes in very handy, and we do actually have a good adaptability with Oscar. The track is still getting damper and damper. That's going to hurt Stroll, Leclerc, Hamilton and Sainz, and Russell to a degree as well. Hamilton has actually made it into Q3 for the first time in a while. Went out in Q1 last night.
Box, repeat. Copy.
And the track has suddenly dried up a bit.
No more rain expected.
Copy.
That's not so good. The track suddenly has dropped in dampness by about 0.2 millimeters. Porsche way quicker than we did. Oh dear. That is not encouraging. Let's see what Russell and Leclerc can do. Russell goes top and Leclerc immediately beats him by nearly half a second. Good lap for Charles Leclerc there. Here comes Sainz, last one to set a time. Goes 6th. We're down to 9th place. We're 1.5 seconds off the pace. Little work to do here. Right, let's take another look at that weather. It is definitely going to dry up. So we're going to try and get a tow from Hamilton on this first lap.
So we need to be working on the tyres. Copy.
And I have put fuel in for 2. So I'm going to try and run with just neutral deployment on battery on the first flying lap, and then we'll go full push on the second.
push more. Copy.
Wow, Hamilton pulled over. So wasn't expecting that. So the reason I'm doing it like this is to try and get Oscar's confidence up on this lap and then still have room to improve on the next lap by having more pace on hand.
You can use energy. Yep, copy.
So you can see we're getting little boosts of confidence by setting personal best sectors, which will set us up nicely for a flying second flying lap. Perfect. We're into peak confidence as we start an immediate second flying lap. A long way off show, but I'm hoping we're going to go even quicker this time. Well, we should go even quicker. We're using full battery this time. Less fuel, full battery. The only sector that might be slightly slower will be the final sector, but we're definitely going to improve first and second, and by a big amount as well. Confidence is now maxed. This is enough. It's enough to get us faster than Hamilton. We're up to 6th, and that's it. How much fuel have I got left? 1.6. 1.4 for a lap. I'm going to try, see if I can get anything more out of this. No improvement in the first. Might not have enough fuel to do this. Tyres definitely getting a little hot now. Gonna run out of battery. We're up in the middle. Let's complete the lap. Why not? We've got just about enough fuel to do it. Oh, I forgot to cancel the lap. I forgot to cancel the in-lap. Bugger. Alright, well, 7th in the end. Somebody else improved at the death. But, yeah, that's not too bad. 7th. That sets us up for starting with 2 points in the sprint. And then, you know, if we can get a decent sprint performance out of Mick, maybe that sets him up nicely for the Grand Prix as well. That's not horrendous. So we've got another practice to go. We did miss out on the quali position, which was one in the top 8. What? We got 7th. How did that fail? That makes no sense. Alright, well, let's get Q2 out of the way. Maybe it's just a visual bug. We'll see. We'll see how it all shakes out in a bit. We're going to go with older inters for this practice session, because we're going to need to keep the other tyres available for the sprint and the race. Well, no, the sprint. The race is going to be dry. Let's see. 50 laps of fuel. We want to run as long as we can. We might not get 50 laps of rain, but we want to maximise our time on track. Get that track knowledge up. Oh, I never looked at setups, did I? We've got 100% with Oscar. What did we get with Mick? Did I judge it right? Yes, I did. Excellent. So we got both drivers to 100%. Fantastic stuff.
And green light.
And we're only going to get half a session of rain before it dries up. It's not horrible. But it's not ideal.
Watch those curbs.
Copy.
Congrats on the 100 subs, Mr. Water. It can take a long time sometimes to kickstart a channel. I remember how long it took me to get going on mine. I already had a small number of subscribers just for some crap that I'd posted years before. But those first couple of hundred took a while. I wouldn't worry about whether they're just videos or live streams. I mean, I never used to live stream. It was a very, very rare event. I think Alien might have been my first live stream series that I did, or maybe it was when I got the VR headset. I can't remember. But all my stuff was just edited videos. For the longest time. And I started going live more often just because it was easier. It was just easier, not having access to an editing suite other than Share Factory limiting you to a maximum of an hour, and only being able to put a maximum of an hour and 20 footage in there to then trim down to an hour. Made it tricky to do, some of the things that I wanted to do, so it just became a case of let's just go live, it's just easier. I can get all of the content in that I want, There's no way I could do this without a lot of heavy editing, and, if I wasn't live, so... That would require creating, multiple videos during the race itself, and then splicing those together, because again you can only record a maximum of an hour's worth of footage on the PlayStation. So for me it just made sense to just go live, and I kind of stopped doing videos instead. There's a lot less work involved as well going live. You just press the button and go live and stream off whatever random stream of consciousness is there, and then that's it. Press a button and it's done. It's a lot easier than going in and creating recordings and maybe having a narrative to work to and splicing stuff together in the right order and finding backing music for those long quiet periods. Yeah. I don't miss the work that was involved in putting together some of those Farming Sims videos that I used to do. Because for an hour's worth of footage that would be released, you would probably have several hours of gameplay around the recording, and then another hour or so of editing, and maybe 2 hours of editing.
Nothing on the radar, no rain expected. Copy.
It was a lot of work. I would have given you a shout out as well if I'd known, but I didn't realise that you had a channel going, and
How are the tyres?
to be honest, I don't know how much of my audience would be
Copy.
applicable, seeing as I don't have any truck driving games on the channel, and I'm not a PC player, so the natural audience is going to be on other channels rather than on mine. But I'm sure some of you out there will want to check out Mr. Waters' channel. Feel free to drop the name of your channel in there, Mr. Water. I don't think you can post a link, but I'm sure you can get creative. There's no way these tyres will last.
Oscar, put that.
Now I just need to decide what tyres to run. Logic would suggest using the hard tyres, but it might be nice to have an extra set of hard tyres for the race. Don't know what the weather's going to be like in the sprint, so I'm loath to give up a set of mediums or a set of softs. I'm going to need 2 sets for the race. A third set would be nice. Maybe a set for the sprint. I don't think softs is the right way for the sprint. I think mediums is probably the right way for the sprint here. And that would still leave me 2 more sets, so I'm going to go with a set of softs. Oh wait, no. It's going to take 2 sets of dry tyres from me, isn't it? So that means it's going to take 2 sets of softs, which is only going to leave me 2 for the rest of the weekend. I'm going to have to go with the hards then. Got way too much fuel on board, but that doesn't really matter. So I'm just trying to get some time on track. We're looking at getting to around about 80-something% on track knowledge, maybe 85%. Maybe not even that. Maybe not even 80. Just in the uptick at the moment. Running out of time.
The race is over.
Might get 80 with Oscar. We won't with Schumacher, I don't think. $79 and $78. That's not too bad. A little less confidence for Oscar because he's got that new side pod which he hasn't learnt yet. So 91 and 94. Oscar will start just inside very high confidence. Mick just at the edge of high confidence. Not quite into very high by the look of it. On the border.
Welcome back as the drivers gear themselves up for today's sprint, the results of which will determine the grid for the Grand Prix. Well, we're going racing a little earlier this weekend, with the sprint now set to define the starting order for the Grand Prix itself.
Of course, when it comes to a sprint, it's not just about setting the grid for the Grand Prix. The drivers will be fighting hard to gain valuable championship points.
The who will reach the peak and who has a mountain to climb, here at the Austrian Sprint.
Evening, Hedgehog. How are you tonight? Still bemoaning poor pit crews, I see. Right. Do we go medium? Well, actually, we know there's going to be some wet weather towards the end. Let's have a look. Oh, it's non-existent. It's going to stay dry by the look of it. So, mediums is going to be the way to go then, I think. I mean, it's possible our weather station is lying to us. It is much like a toaster in that respect. Tells you one thing and does something else. We're going to go with one extra lap of fuel. We're going to go very hard off the line. And hope that the soft tyres burn out very quickly. And that we can close that gap back down to them. We might even see some people on hards in the sprint here. Wrong way. There we go. 7th and 13th. Let me check the sponsors actually. Again, it's showing us that we failed that quali position, but we didn't. Very odd. Alright, let's head to the grid for the Red Bull Ring Sprint.
We're ready for 24 laps around the Red Bull Ring in what should be a great sprint.
Drivers certainly don't shy away from overtaking on this circuit, meaning we should be in for a hotly contested competition here in Austria.
A sprint victory and points up for grabs right here. Here in Austria, we're all ready to go for the sprint. And it's lights out and away we go.
Head down, we'll leave you to it.
And there are some on hard tyres. Joe is on hards and we've jumped him at the start. Sainz and Russell also on hards. No one is on the softs. I'm surprised by that. Oh, and that's a lunge from Hamilton. And that's dropped us down 2 places because Stroll punched through as well. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Mick's in peak confidence already. Got past Perez by the look of it. And all over the back of Teo. Oscar all over the back of Stroll.
focus on P12.
Yeah, take it easy.
Copy.
DRS is now active.
This time where we need to.
See that Schumacher got the move done in the background. He's up to 11th. Excellent start from him. Oscar making the move on Stroll, going around the outside, cuts across to the inside. Lovely move there. And we've got a move on Schumacher here, getting past Zhou.
Sweet.
Good job.
And let's stick him into top up now. Same for Oscar. Strong start. Very strong start.
Okay, let's go recharge on.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Schumacher is looking at a lunge down the outside here at turn 1. This is a risk. Doesn't go for the move. Ocon is out of DRS range. Excellent move from Mick.
available.
He's up to 9th. What a great start from
Push,
Schumacher. Pushing hard because I knew that was coming. Wanted to try and fight it off if I could.
Back off a bit.
Copy.
And I'm out of battery. Alright, so
DRS disabled. DRS disabled.
we'll tuck in.
Let's go recharge on.
Still in 10th.
Recharge on.
Not in the points yet, but it's close. And we're right on his gearbox. Hamilton's got past his teammate as well. He's past Sainz. Sainz fighting him back. Did we just get dropped? Yes, we did. Let's get that gap back down again.
Yep. Copy.
Stroll is now on the attack.
Recharge on.
No energy.
Copy.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Two Mercedes battling in front of us is allowing us to close that gap up again.
Copy.
It's good because we haven't got any battery.
Back off.
Copy.
Might get a jump on Stroll here if we're lucky. Not Stroll, sorry, Sainz. He's going to get that slipstream.
We can just focus on charging a pack.
Yep.
Just lifted there, gave up the inside. So we'll go back into harvest mode.
Bring the pack up.
Copy.
Just get a little bit more battery into
Okay,
Mick's
recharge
car.
on, recharge
All
on.
that bonus fuel's almost gone already after just 5 laps. Probably should have put 2 extra laps of fuel in, never mind. Stroll right behind as well. We'll have to stay in top
Lovely
up.
stuff.
We can't risk going in harvest with
job.
Oscar, otherwise he's just going to get
P7.
sacked immediately. With Schumacher, we can still charge up a little bit more. Can't wait too long or else we'll drop too far off the back of Stroll to catch him again. One more lap, I think. See if Ocon ups his pace a little. No, he doesn't. I'm not sure if we gave up the DRS there. I think we might have just stolen it. No, we gave it up. Shit. But we did have enough traction out of the corner to actually get ahead and stay ahead, which is nice. Now I'm going to try and push, close up to the back of Stroll. Oscar looking feisty against Sainz here. We are going to try and make that move happen.
And you are free to use the energy when you want.
Could be.
To use the free air.
Just managed to wiggle our way up the inside there. And now we've got to run on Hamilton as well. And we got the DRS off him. And we take off like a scalded cat. Sorry, Barry.
No more DRS. No energy.
Can we break Hamilton? Not quite. He's going to get the DRS.
Save fuel.
Schumacher just outside of range. Both drivers absolutely brimming with confidence right now. Schumacher is vulnerable to Ocon. And Hamilton is obviously threatening to move back up ahead of Oscar. Taking a look at tyres and they're looking pretty good. Hamilton making the move, and I'm not averse to this. Deliberately trying to slow the pace down just a little bit, give Mick more of a chance to close back up again without pushing the tyres. Don't really want to do that. Plus gives me a chance to try and overheat Hamilton's tyres just a little bit more as well. He's going to get past us. Just a question if he gets us into turn one. He doesn't. Well, he does, but he didn't get the DRS to us. So now we have to be careful, because Sainz is going to try and sneak through as well. And God, even Stroll, this could be disastrous if we lose 3 places in one straight. Right, we fight off Stroll. But it only counted as 1 overtake, which is nice. Stroll still trying to squeeze his way through. We should be safe here on the inside. Go. Schumacher's still 2 seconds back, but holding Ocon back nicely, and there's a bit of a little group of cars starting to close in. That's Porsche, Zhou and Perez. Ocon's going to make the move on Mick. So we'll let that move happen. Again, we'll try and get some battery back in Mick, and then slingshot our way past Ocon in a couple of laps' time. We did get overtaken again, so let's drop that battery down again. Going to be a little tactical here with our sprint. Behind also on mediums, and then Zhou is on hards. He thinks to stay ahead of Perez. Oh, Zhou's actually going on the attack.
We need to focus on the energy now.
And Zhou is through. Zhou up to 11th place now, ahead of Porsche. He's going to start attacking us pretty soon as well. We'll have to stop harvesting very soon. And you see Perez lining up a move on Porsche in the background. Couldn't get it done. It's going to top up now.
To recharge on.
Zhou's looking a little bit too aggressive to hold him back. Again, full harvest. Sainz now leading the train in front of us.
Overtake is available. No
Try and punch our way past and break away quickly.
Keep your pace up. Okay, mate, let's try and protect the tyre.
Just want to get onto the back of Oscar here. We've broken Ocon. Make it? Can we make it? It's going to be close. Not quite. This straight then.
Charge is good.
There we go. Got our boys together. Just about.
push the tyres now.
Copy.
Just need to keep them together, let them close up a little bit more before we try tyre saving again. Need to get some battery back into Mick. That's going to be tricky, being that he's at the back of the chain here.
Back off.
Copy. Okay, push. Let's go.
Tried to give Mick a helping hand, but it's costing Oscar now, so I'm going to have to abandon Mick. Got to get after Stroll.
Copy.
Because Stroll is a little far behind the two Mercedes. Hopefully Schumacher can hold everyone else behind him.
Okay, we'd like you to slow down, please.
If somebody makes a mistake in front of us, Schumacher is primed to get up into 8th place, and that it does mean that we've got a chance of both cars getting points in the sprint, which would be really nice. But what would be nicer is getting Oscar back up into 5th again. And that's not looking easy at the moment. Might have to tuck in behind Joe. Get some battery for the last couple of laps. We'll see how this goes. Is he going to make the move? Not here. Or maybe. Yeah, he's going to get us around the outside. Look. I think we got the DRS. Yes, we did. Try and save a little bit of tyre life now while we can. Still can't catch up to the back of the pack. I'm going to have to push the tyres.
Just think about looking after this tyre where we need to. Push on your front.
And all of a sudden we're right there.
Back off.
But I've burnt my entire battery to do it, unfortunately.
Wow. Wow. Keep going.
Here comes Yuki. Yuki fighting his way through from very far down the grid.
Let's go recharge on, please, recharge on. Let's pick our pace up, let's go.
Been dropped again. Damn it.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Wasn't paying attention. Too busy checking out Mick.
Energy if you need it.
Copy.
These hard tyres now starting to gain a bit of an advantage. Actually, maybe not. I mean, they're pushing their hard tyres, that's for sure. The fact that they're wearing at pretty much the same rate as our tyres. Oh, and Perez just flies past. That's a shame. With a chance to fight back. Confidence still very high. Perez is going to get the DRS. Keep pushing like this. I need to close this gap up. And the battery.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Back in now. I need to stay in. Perez has pushed past Joe.
Slow now.
Copy.
4 laps to go.
Alright, buddy, push, push.
Copy.
Looks like I went a little too early with Oscar, unfortunately. Shouldn't have pushed past Hamilton when I had to, and when I did, should have stayed behind him. Immediately got into tyre protection mode. Got to go for it now though.
We're good to push on the tyres.
Yep. Let's go recharge on.
Copy. 3 to go.
We're on for a point at the moment. That's nothing to sneeze at. There are more points available. Just need to squeeze our way through. That rain isn't coming now. Mercedes are fighting. It's going to slow them down.
Rain still coming. We need left at coast.
Copy.
It's going to be dry for the next 4 minutes. There's only 4 minutes left in the race. Less than 4 minutes. There's only about 2.5 minutes left in the race.
Two to go. Pick up the pace a bit.
Copy.
Schumacher getting past Joe. Getting back into 10th place. Making a move on Perez maybe. And that gets in very close. This is actually the perfect position for him to be in, just behind Perez with a lap to go. We are poised to strike on Hamilton here.
Use energy.
Copy.
Up the inside, up the inside. No, backed out. Last
Use
chance.
the free air.
Yep.
Got the move done on Lewis, but we haven't got any battery left. Lewis puts a wheel on the dirt. I think we've done it. Let's just make sure we don't have a fuel issue. Let's get that green. Schumacher got past Perez.
DRS disabled. DRS
Excellent
disabled.
ending to the sprint there. 2 points for Oscar, and Mick up a few places, up 4 places to start the main race in
Lando
9th and in the
Norris with
points.
the sprint win.
Excellent sprint. Very pleased with that.
So let's check the flags. P7.
Very pleased with that
We're
indeed.
there in a minute. Thanks, everyone.
Well done. Okay, this will be the checkered flag. P9.
Happy with that. Thank you again.
Good job there.
And there's Oscar Piastri, having finished this sprint in the points.
Plenty for them to think about and strategize, and certainly a good enough result for now.
So then, confirmation of the sprint. Lando Norris up 4 places to take the sprint win, ahead of Max, Charles and George Russell. Stroll up 4 places to finish in 5th place. That's some good points for Aston for a change. Sainz down 2 to finish 6th. Oscar starts and finishes in 7th. Hamilton in 8th. Schumacher up 4 places to 9th, missing out on points, but will start inside the points for the race. And Perez gaining a couple of places to take 10th. If we take a look at Alonso, he did gain 2 places, but still away off in 18th place. So one Aston doing well, one really struggling. And we are ahead of one of the McLarens. Yuki will be quick in the race, so we can expect him to try and punch his way through a bit. And we're ahead of both of the Williams cars. Alex up 4 places. Joe down 5. Mixed bag for Williams here today. Let's move on to the race.
It's race day, with the teams and drivers ready and raring to go.
4 years on from the circuit being renamed to the Red Bull Ring, Max Verstappen became the first driver to bring an eponymous car to victory here in 2018. And the weather today is sunny. These are ideal conditions for the drivers to shine.
And this is the moment where it all comes together. So prepare for another thrilling race, here at the Austrian Grand Prix.
Derek's got fuel PTSD. I'm not sure what to do strategy-wise here. I mean, the one stop is viable, but with our drivers' smoothness ratings, that is going to be a struggle. I think what might be safer is going soft, medium, medium. It will give us a little bit more wiggle room on that first stint, and will give us a little bit more grip at the end of all of our stints. It is an extra stop though, for essentially no difference in pace, theoretically. So there is a risk that, well, we're a second quicker. There is a risk, obviously, we get a bad stop, that we are going to lose out some time. But at the same token, it will give us extra bites at getting the quickest pit stop, which is worth a lot of money at the end of the Grand Prix season. Who knows? Maybe we can protect our tyres a little bit as well. This is a race where safety cars do happen, be they virtual or full. We'll see what we can do. We are going to bolt in an extra 3 laps of fuel. And try and hold the battery back off the line if I can. Actually, no, with the extra fuel, it's probably a better idea to actually just deploy it initially and then cancel it a few corners in. Are you talking about me having fuel PTSD? No, I was just, I just didn't want to take any risks. We're in pretty good starting shape here, as you can see. High confidence for Mick, right on the border of very high confidence. So +3s across the board, apart from defending, which is +2. Oscar into the very high confidence, gets +3s across the board with a +4 on his cornering. That's nice to see good starting numbers. And hopefully we can pick up a place or so off the line as well. Let's head to the grid for the Austrian Grand Prix.
Here among the Austrian mountains, the grid is now set for the 71 laps of the Red Bull Ring. Mick Schumacher, a composed figure, approaching this one.
They've done well to secure a P9 start, and they'll be keen to convert that into some points.
But remember, anything can happen in Formula One. It's the race we've all been waiting for. It's the Austrian Grand
I've got
Prix.
mediums on Norris. I've got hards on
And it's lights out.
Russell there.
And away we go.
And Oscar has gained 2 places. Well, 1 place. Can he make it 2? Can he get past Sainz up the hill? A little bit more tyre just to help it.
Do everything you can, mate.
Same for Mick, making the move on Hamilton. Right, Mick is through.
Lovely stuff.
Oscar's through.
Good job. So take it easy in the fast corners.
Could be.
Excellent stuff. So both drivers picking up places off the line. Now I just need to defend them. There's a risk not using battery. I'm hoping the soft tyres will be the key. Keep us ahead of the medium shod Mercedes here. Seems to be so far. Russell threatening to break us just before the DRS zone kicks in.
Energy is available.
Yep.
Schumacher starting to drop back a little as well.
It's available.
Look the pace. Oscar's borderline, but I think he's made it. Actually, no, it hasn't kicked in just yet, has it? Let's give Mick just a touch more tyre.
P8.
Oscar's not going to make it. Hopefully the battery will save us here and bring us back into range.
Get your head down, you can do this, come on.
Evening, Anthony. There is a lunge from Sainz, and I think he's got the DRS, so Oscar is about to lose out. Oh no, Oscar got the DRS. So he actually bolts away, and that might be enough to get us back onto Russell, who makes his way past Stroll. We are almost there. We're so close, but we're almost in the battery again. Need to turn these tyres down soon.
Okay, mate, let's try and protect the tyre.
Schumacher's there. So let's put him into top up. Let's go into normal.
Okay,
Oscar's there as well. So again, let's go into normal and top up.
Just slow.
Not going to risk full harvest. Sainz is vulnerable to Schumacher here. Just going to have a look at the inside. Sainz still there on the inside.
See if we can focus on recharge, please.
there isn't a big enough pace jump in the car to close up onto the back of Oscar, so we'll charge and protect the tyres instead. Let's keep an eye on Perez behind. Can start to try and do the same with Oscar here.
Bring the pack up.
Just for a lap. Keep an eye on those gaps. Russell and Stroll have dropped off the back of the front three. See Perez lurking in the background there, so we'll stop harvesting. Still good here with Oscar. Perez again looking a bit threatening. We are still tyre saving a little bit. And the Ferrari's on the push. He just out-dragged us there up the hill, so that's a DRS and ERS combo there. Starting to drift off the back. Let's go back into just top up. The tyres a little bit more now again. Also on the hard tyres. Will theoretically slow Stroll down a touch. Perez swarming all over the back of sides in front of us. And we're going to have our hands full with Yuki, who's also on softs. Try and make sure we fight him off. There we go. Back in range with Oscar.
Okay, we'd like you to slow down, please. Copy.
Oh, and Oscar making the move on Stroll, going around the outside. Lovely stuff. But we've got a replay of that.
Let's see what happened there. Now there's the car of Piastri. It's there for the taking. And 5th place after that.
Got him at turn 4.
Just think about looking after this tyre where we need to. Couple. Back off now.
Perez is past sights.
We need to focus on the energy now.
That's going to push the pace in front of us a little bit. Perez also on the mediums. And Oscar with a chance to actually take the position from George here. If he was in deployment mode, he would definitely have got it. He still might. Nope. Oh, George just covers that off.
Back up.
We'll stay tucked up in tyre saving. Give Oscar the best possible chance of finishing on softs rather than mediums. Mick, we probably going to have to be a little bit more aggressive with the tyre because, as I say, the side pod difference does mean that Oscar has a little bit better speed and also a bit more downforce as well. We will have those side pods on Mick's car for Silverstone. Again, going to make the move. Oscar into fourth. Excellent stuff.
Sweet. Okay, good job.
Going to be vulnerable to an immediate counter-attack from Russell here. I'll try and go around the outside here. I'm still in tyre save mode. I don't have the pace to close up to the front three. So I'm not going to try and burn the car's tyres and drain its battery in a fruitless endeavour. I'll just stay tucked up here in this little train like this, protecting the tyres.
Let's look after these tyres.
Put the battery into neutral now. Gets him again. Schumacher lurking. Leclerc moves past Norris for the lead. Norris fighting back at the inside there. Softs against mediums here. Norris doing an excellent job. And Leclerc and Verstappen's pace will start to dip a little bit.
Let's push, come on.
Copy.
Oscar's actually, I think, making a net gain in confidence every time he gets overtaken and then repassed again. Thanks to his relationship with Ben. Should be a similar story for Schumacher as well. Let's check his confidence at the moment. It's lower than I'd like. He's not had an overtake for a while. Back into full confidence again for Oscar. Back into fourth place. I'm just going to be switching places with Russell for a while, and Perez is now caught and passed Stroll, so we're now in the train with Stroll as well. Sainz actually is a little vulnerable here, so we're going to push onto Sainz, see if we can catch him and pass him. We got him a little early there, I think. Did we get the DRS off the back of Stroll though? No, we didn't, but we will do very quickly by pushing for a lap. Almost there. Come on, Mick. Come on, Mick. Did we get it? Did we get it? No, we missed it, but... well, we're not going to get it here either, but we might get it into the next braking zone.
Let's keep that gap down.
Maybe not. The excellent deployment out of this corner here. We got it.
Okay, mate, let's keep looking after these tyres.
Copy.
recharge on.
Copy.
Perez is getting close. Going to try and break away from Russell in a moment. Easier said than done. It's a very fast Ferrari.
Need to focus on getting the pack up. Okay, deployment should be good. Use energy.
There we go. We should have got the DRS there. We did. Time to sprint.
Lovely stuff.
This is good.
Can we open up the gap? It's the 1 second. Can we keep the 1 second?
Need to look after the tyres.
Tyres are in better shape than Leclerc's by a long way, and a little bit better than Max's as well. Yuki has moved past Tsunoda now. Yuki's moved past Sainz. Sorry, he can't move past himself. Although, given the way he drives, it does look like he tries to do that sometimes.
No more DRS. Bring the pack up.
We're just short and Yuki's going to catch us. We're getting close to the pit window. Opens up next lap for Mick, a lap after for Oscar. Perez has got past Stroll. Two Ferraris fighting each other. Oh, yellow flag.
Okay, it's recharge.
It's not Oscar. Thank God for that. Leclerc is into the pits.
Wow. Wow.
Just keep your head in the game.
Oh, it's a spin for Magnussen. In reality, that would probably be him buried in the gravel and retired. I'd like to see random retirements in the game.
Let's go recharge on, please.
Right, Russell has broken away from Perez and is back on the attack against us. Try and build up Schumacher's battery now.
Comfortable to push.
I'll do the same with
Head down, crack
Oscar
on.
as well.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
This way we can hopefully push them as soon as they come out on fresh rubber. Mediums for Leclerc, so he's two stopping. know, they're both pushing hard right now, as is Russell. We are sticking with him. Just about.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Schumacher under pressure from Sainz. Before to lose another place and take another confidence hit. Tempted to box him a lap early. Max is in. And now Yuki's in. Decent stop.
Bottas has boxed.
It's a clean lap, a clean stop. We've got a yellow flag. Oh, damn it! What happened to Mick?
All okay.
He's got a broken front wing.
So here we go, heading into turn 1. Not a lot of wiggle room here.
So Sainz just pushes him off the track.
Between them.
I'd like to think that'll be a penalty for Sainz, but I bet you it won't be. Never is when it's the AI doing it to us.
Can we have a tyre update, please? How do they feel?
And that has ruined his confidence. He's now going to get overtaken here as well.
Yeah, copy that.
Ah! All right, have we got the DRS?
Box.
We have.
Box.
Can we fight him off? Let's make sure he does. Tyres are now pretty destroyed as well, but we've got enough to get back to the garage.
Let's go and get him. Okay, recharge on.
Good entry.
Okay, understood.
Haven't seen an investigation thing pop up yet. There's no penalty for Sainz yet, so I'm guessing no penalty, period.
We're going to box.
8.4, so that would have been a 2.4 second stop.
All clear on pit exit.
There or thereabouts. It's dropped us all the way down to 19th. That's annoying.
Recharge on, please recharge on.
Copy.
Alright, into the pits for Oscar. Need a good stop here.
Copy that.
Not bad. Room for improvement.
We'll be tight pit exit.
It is a tough month for our crew in terms of what training we can get done with the number of races that they've had to do recently.
Back off now.
We did get out in front of Yuki. That was important. Still a lot of cars in front that haven't boxed yet. Only Leclerc and Max in front of us has stopped. Yeah, Mick's confidence is absolutely trashed right now. It's going to take him a while to recover. Zhou now into the pits. Should easily get back in front of Zhou. passing before he even stops in the pit. Sonoda's on a charge. Tyres aren't quite up to temperature yet. Now they are.
Use energy. Covering.
Yeah, did they actually say anything at all? I didn't see anything pop up, and I wasn't sure if I just missed it or not, but... Did anyone see anything pop up? Any investigation or anything?
Sweet.
It was around the time of the stops I was paying attention to those.
30.
We get past Stroll, Gasly and Alonso.
Back off now.
There we go. Schumacher gets a quick move done on Alonso there. That will recover some confidence. Got to keep pushing him a little bit more. Got to get past Gasly quickly as well. Porsche did me a solid. Yeah, he held up Yuki for a little bit there. But Yuki still would have had to get his tyres up to temperature anyway, so he wouldn't have been able to stay with us.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
I don't think. Actually, no, Yuki's tyres were up to temp, weren't they? So yeah, he definitely did us a solid, especially as he's just boxed as well.
Recharge on.
Copy.
So we're going to get Schumacher back in front of Porsche. Get him past Gasly.
Okay, mate, and let's cool the car.
Ah, damn it. Albon into the pits. We are just about in range of Ocon.
Recharge on.
Yes, we got the DRS. Got Yuki behind us again. Another yellow flag. Not Mick. Giovinazzi running wide does not help us. Another yellow flag. That is Mick. God damn it.
Okay, mate, keep it up.
He wasn't even...
Now this was at turn 1.
Wasn't even threatening an overtake there. He was on
Very
a
heavy
lower
on the
tyre
brakes.
push.
But that's just the
He was
risk
on
you take.
full
The
harvest.
later you leave it.
Come on, Mick. Well, this is Mick making the mistakes and not Oscar. I did say that our drivers are prone to making
Lovely
mistakes.
stuff.
That has eaten a bit of his
Keep doing what
tyres
you
as
do.
well.
Okay, recharge on.
Move done on Ocon. Sainz now into the pits. We're going to get past Sainz, but Sainz might go for a one stop. Let's see. What does he put on? Magnussen
That's
gets
tricky,
past
doing a good
Schumacher.
job. Let's keep it up.
Let's go mediums again. So it's two stops for Sainz. Schumacher's confidence again looking garbage. He's got Porsche all over the back of him. Tale of two drivers. As Yuki is making a look. And Ocon Please close the door, Ocon. Nope. Ocon's through. Ocon lets him through. Well, lets him through is perhaps a little unkind, but didn't put up much of a defence. Let's get our way through here. Hamilton in now. Yeah, we're going to comfortably get past Hamilton. And that's Ocon in as well. That leaves us in a straight scratch with Tsunoda. Soft tyres for Schumacher. Sorry, for Hamilton. Soft tyres for Ocon as well. Now we need to get Mick past Magnussen to get that confidence level back up. Which isn't going to be easy because Magnussen's going to get the DRS here. Magnussen's having a lunge at Ocon.
Okay, recharge on.
Copy.
Tsunoda got through. Try and charge up behind him.
Need to focus on getting
Perez
back up.
into the pits. We've jumped Perez. We've gone to a fresh mediums.
DRS disabled, DRS disabled.
Copy.
Just have to leave Mick to it. His race is ruined. So yeah, it's not. We didn't. It was reach Q3 with both drivers. Okay, quali position 2 in the top 12. We failed that, so that's no penalty. That is an 83,000 penalty. But we got both cars in Q2. Finish position 2 in the top 12 is looking risky. I'm not sure we can do that. 2 in the top 14. We should be able to manage that with Mick, as long as he doesn't keep making mistakes. Yeah, it's not going to be a good weekend for us financially, unfortunately. Tyres in better shape than Yuki's. Stroll gets past Bottas. Bottas trying to take that place back. Gets the DRS. Will hold Stroll off. That's good for us. Keep the slower soft runner in front.
Okay, so let's look after these tyres.
And once I've got the battery where I want it, which is very, very close, I'm going to put Oscar's tyres into cool mode.
Energy's good.
Right, Nick almost back into high confidence. And stay ahead. Russell finally boxes. It's been a long first stint for Russell. This could be a one-stop if he goes... Oh, he's gone softs. He was on hard, wasn't he? Okay, so it's a two-stop for Russell then. He's going to go hard, soft, soft by the look of it. He's going to come out behind us. And he might get jumped by his teammate here. He does. And Stroll. And Valtteri. He's right up against it as well because Albon's going to jump him. His tyre's not up to temperatures yet. And it's allowed Alex Albon to move up into ninth place. That's excellent news for us because Russell is quick tonight. Oh, and he's gone wide.
Wow. Wow.
Let's keep it up. Crash ahead, crash ahead, crash ahead.
Oh,
Now
what
we
a crash.
should be able to take a look here. Right, let's have a look as we go
Hamilton
into turn
and
4.
Joe.
Now there's an inviting opportunity there. The cars coming together.
A little bit of
right
damage.
there.
That's
Teams will
a
no
broken
doubt
front
be
wing
very
for
keen to
Joe.
establish the full extent
I think
of the
Hamilton's got
damage.
away with that. So both Mercedes pushing a car off today. Is Hamilton going to get a penalty? Or is that somehow going to be Joe's fault? Stewards do seem to be favouring Mercedes today.
Keep your pace up.
Copy.
Now there is an investigation on that one. No penalties given. Oscar sitting very comfortably here in fourth place at the moment. I want to try and stretch those mediums to try and put softs on at the end because there's going to be a lot of cars around us on softs at the end. Norris is in. This is his first stop, I think. Is it? Those tyres must be almost dead. He's going hard. He's going for the one stop. We know Norris has got an excellent Lucas rating, probably the best in the game. Looks like he is going for that one-stop strategy. He's going to come out behind us, which is excellent news for us. Last thing we wanted would be to get stuck behind Norris on hard tyres. Because he'd probably have enough pace to hassle us all the way and just slow us down. See, Perez gets past Norris. Perez is hauling us in because I am running at this reduced pace. That is deliberate. Going to push the battery a bit more.
Use energy.
Okay, so let's
You
keep
can see
going.
that's working really well. Schumacher getting overtaken and re-overtaken again. It's getting his confidence up much higher than the confidence that he's losing. It's working out very nicely indeed.
Okay, we'd like you to slow down, please.
Copy.
That's the state of my tyres. Oscar's really matured into an excellent driver this season.
We're good to push. bring the pack up.
A little bit more temperature back into those tyres again.
Lean on the tyres. So take it easy.
Let's pick our pace up, let's go.
Copy.
Norris back in front of Perez. Well, a definite tyre advantage over the Red Bulls here.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Overtake is available.
Need Schumacher to start pushing forward a bit now.
So focus on bringing the tyres down.
Not actually trying to overtake with Oscar, but if he gets the move done, I'm not going to grumble.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Sweet. You're doing a good job. We need to focus on the energy now.
It's alright, buddy, it's all good, it's all good.
Wow.
Go on, let's focus.
And we've just got him back into peak confidence. Excellent. Yuki still in front of us. We've got Perez in front of Norris. Once again, we're just stretching these tyres just a little bit. Perez is going to be very quick at the end. It's one of the reasons why I'm trying to stretch for mediums.
Push on the tyres.
Trying to keep that Ferrari at bay. Oh, that was hard
Focus on
work.
bringing the pack back up.
And he's still looking as well. Like he's going to have another lunge. Chopped across him. quick enough with Mick at the moment to make any real inroads. Got to get him onto fresher rubber quick, I think.
Okay, push. Let's go.
So Norris and Yuki have a collision that catches Perez as well. Would not be disappointed. I'm going to fight these guys too hard from now on. We want to try and stretch Oscar if we can. And I don't really want to drop all the way back. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Keep pushing. Yeah, take it easy.
Still in a decent place though. 6th place isn't too bad, and I say if we can stretch and get him on softs, he will definitely be quicker in the final stint. Right, Joe is in. And he's gone hard tyres for the final stint. Gee, is it? Is it worth doing the same with Mick? Might be worth doing the same with Mick. Yeah. He's actually a second quicker. So we'll absolutely blitz Mick for 2 laps and then put him on the hards.
Energy. Copy.
We've given up the battery to Yuki here, the DRS, I think. Yes, we did. But we've got more pace on the exit of the corner. It's going to take us on the inside though. I was just hoping to get back onto Norris, but those two have just gone. Leclerc is in from 2nd place. He's going hard tyres to the end. Right. Starting to rethink the softs for Oscar now.
Back off now.
We're boxing now. Box.
Understood, box out.
A lot of cars in front are about to make a stop. Let's see what tyres they go on to. Stroll, the first one in. And Alonso following him in as well. And here comes Mick. Mediums for Stroll. And for Alonso. Stop, 2.4. Quicker than his last one, I think. And here comes Max. Do not want to get lapped.
Sonoda pitted. So let's lean on these tyres.
Medium tyres for Yuki. Mediums and a bad stop for Gasly. Leclerc has punched through past Oscar. That's not a surprise. Can we stay with him for a bit? Max should be boxing pretty soon. I think we've done enough with Mick to stay out of trouble.
Let's go recharge.
And Max is in. Excellent stuff. He's going mediums. Got a yellow flag. It's not Mick. It's Giovinazzi, I think.
So let's take a look at the replay. Right, so this was the fourth corner. And that won't help their chances. That won't do the floor of the car any good at all.
And he slows up the Haas of Porsche. So Giovinazzi doing us a solid.
Giovinazzi is pitted.
You can push more. Copy. Box, box. Copy, box. Focus forward.
Right, Hamilton's in. So is Ocon. It's a bad stop for Hamilton. It's a decent stop for Ocon there.
We need to focus on the energy now. Copy.
Schumacher is about 3 seconds behind Ocon. Tyres up to temperature. Here comes Oscar.
Oscar pit lane. Copy that.
So we are going to have to protect these softs a little bit, but he will have explosive pace when we turn the tyres on. Decent stop. So Sainz, Albon yet to stop, Russell yet to stop. they're going to go onto soft tyres. Pretty certain of that.
We can just
Bring
focus
these
on
tyres
charging
in
the
gradually.
pack. Copy.
Actually, no, let's go for a fastest lap straight off the bat while we've
You're
got the
good
rubber
to push
available.
on tyres. Copy.
Nick is closing down Ocon. Still need to get him into the top 15. Or is it the top 14? Top 14. Ooh. That's 6 seconds up the road. And they're all going to the end. We're going to sprint Oscar on the next lap. On the cusp of peak confidence. Schumacher's got a good pace at the moment, but we are burning his tyres to do it. I can't keep that up for too long. Russell boxes.
Push, push. Copy.
It's going to be tight. All right, we've got out in front. This is my one blitz lap.
Overtake is available. Copy.
That might be just a little bit beyond us. We haven't got any DRS, which is hurting our chances as well. We got it. I don't think we'll keep it, but we got it.
Keep looking after these tyres.
Just keep pushing the battery. Protect those tyres. Get the range, get the range. I think he just might have got it. It's close. Very close. We did get it just. Excellent stuff.
Let's go
Turn those tyres down now.
Okay.
So what was the fastest lap compared to... There's a 104.2. Undefined on lap 24. Undefined on lap 45. Albon into the pits. We are just about in DRS range of sights.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Excellent stuff.
No energy, bottom of the pack.
Ready to resume battle with the Mercedes. Made that look easy. We've given up the DRS,
Sweet.
but I
Good
think
job.
we've got enough to hold him back. We do. Yuki up next.
lift and coast is required for temperature.
Copy.
Even like this, we've almost dropped sights. We have dropped sights. And sights boxes, I forgot sights still needed to pit. Set of softs going on. Four and a bit second lead over George Russell right now. And obviously we gave up a rubber to do it. Sainz is all the way down in 15th. Sainz is out of the equation for as far as Oscar's concerned. Perez boxing from second place. We're not going to be able to catch him, and he's definitely a real contender for the fastest lap of the race. That was a good start for the Ferrari.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Oh wow, we're there. We're just out in front. Didn't think we'd get there. I thought he'd get out just in front of us. Four and a half seconds off the back of Zhou, which is 14th, which is mixed target for the race now. Getting his battery recharged, saving some tyres. Podium is beyond us, but I would very happily settle with fourth. That'd be a fantastic result for us. I think it's going to come down to a battle between us and Perez for fourth. I think we're going to have the edge over Tsunoda. Who knows, if Perez goes on a tear, maybe we'll close the gap up to the front three so that we'll be there if one of them makes a mistake. Perez has the ultimate tyre advantage. Yes, he does. But if he stays locked behind us and we're in a cooling pattern like this, his tyres will overheat a bit faster than that. 20% difference at the moment. Make the move on Ocon here. This will put Mick into peak confidence. Excellent stuff. Now he can kick on for a couple of laps. Go after Carlos.
Bring the pack up.
Lovely stuff.
Good job. Use energy. Keep pushing.
Come on, try to fight off Perez, but we're boxed in. We'll give that place up. Want to stay with Perez, let Perez do all the hard work. It's just we've got to be in a position to punch past Tsunoda straight after Perez.
You've got energy. Tyre conditions good, we can push a bit more.
Like that. There we go, we're through. So now we let Perez do all the hard work. We let him set the pace, we stick with him, and then we try and jump him at the end.
No more DRS.
We're almost in range of Alonso and Zhou. Sainz has kicked on, as you would expect, on those brand new softs. Just got to make sure I don't get dropped by Perez. It's really tricky balancing the tyre wear here. There is a new fastest lap for Perez. 1:04.1. It's only just quicker than us. Is that even something we went for? It was the incentive, wasn't it? That would help counteract some of the money we're losing here. We are going to lose a fair bit. Top 12 is not out of the question for Mick, but it's going to be a struggle.
Recharge on, please. Recharge on.
To do what we can to recharge the battery.
Push more. No saving required.
Once again, focusing on Mick and
Let's keep going, we're in a good place.
losing track of Oscar. Luckily we've got some battery to get back in the hunt.
Come on, mate, let's keep on it. Recharge on.
Stood.
Can we just take it easy on the straight?
Really quick right now, Perez. We're just about hanging on.
Wow.
Still all to play for.
There we go.
We can just focus on charging the pack. Back off in the high speed.
Hell, even 5th is an excellent result. That's still 10 more points. And Perez is doing the work to hunt down the front runners at the moment. I don't think we're going to get there in time. But if we keep lapping over a second faster, we're going to get mighty close. Schumacher back into peak confidence, and now onto the back of
Okay, mate, let's try and protect the tyre.
the cars that we're fighting.
Charge on.
Alonso and Zhou.
recharge on, recharge on.
And then it's another 3 seconds up the road to Hamilton. We're in 105.4. Very similar to the cars in front. We are closing on Gasly. Although we've got to get past Zhou and Alonso to actually make that work.
So recharge on.
Perez sticking nicely with... Piastri sticking with Perez. Let's check the tyres. That was a 20% gap. It's now 12%. Looking good for Oscar.
Overtake is available.
Try and punch him past Alonso now. Zhou is closing on Gasly.
We need to push up, please. Pull the car. Let's look after these tyres.
Oh, hello.
Come on. All right, let's keep closing up. Great job.
Excellent stuff.
Recharge on.
Sweet. Good job.
Come on, Schumacher. You can redeem yourself here.
Okay, mate, no more lift and coast needed.
Hamilton and Gasly are fighting, which is helping us. Don't have a lot of battery. Going to be out by pretty much the end of the lap. Russell is now through against Tsunoda. So Ferrari running 4th and 6th right now. Gap is 13 seconds to the front runners. It's not going to come down enough.
DRS disabled. And recharge on, recharge on.
6 to go.
This is going to be a tricky fight against Perez.
We need to focus on the energy now. Copy. Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Yeah.
Still can't quite get there. Come on, Nick, you can do this.
Five to go.
Gasly's been dropped. That might make him a little easier to catch. And then can we slingshot past him onto Hamilton? Still got Zhou in range of us. Russell and Tsunoda still fighting over 6th place. So close to the back of him. Hamilton might be just a touch too far ahead. And we've got to hold off Joe.
Yeah.
Still looking good with Oscar. Come on, Nick. You can do this.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Recharge back on, please. Recharge on.
Getting close. Very close. We've got a yellow flag. Ah, that is Giovinazzi, I think. No, it's Bottas.
We've got a yellow flag here.
And that would be Bottas probably out of the Grand Prix. Again, in real life, buried in the gravel.
Let's go recharge on. Okay, recharge on, recharge on.
Oh, that's put us in P12. Yes, thank you, Derek. I hadn't even spotted that. No, I want P11. Just in case someone else has a spin, then that puts Schumacher back in the points. That would be incredible if he gets points.
Recharge on. Use energy.
Copy.
Just need to see if I can get back at Perez. Really struggling on tyres. Here comes Gasly. We're still not safe.
Okay, let's go recharge on.
I don't think I've got enough tyres left to get back past Perez, but we'll hold on to 5th, and I'll take 10 points from 5th. Yeah, I'm aware of fuel.
Lift and coast.
Yeah.
No more lift and coast required.
Okay, recharge.
Just can't get him. He's just that little bit too far ahead.
And you can lean on tyres. Perfect.
Okay, good job. No more lift and coast required.
Careful on the energy. Yeah.
My God, we are blitzing up to Stroll. I don't think we're going to get him, but my God, if we can get Stroll here, that would be insane. I've got just enough battery to get through the lap. Oscar's given it everything, but he can't keep up with Perez. The tyre difference was just too much. Solid effort, though. 5th place, 10 points.
That's Leclerc. Charles Leclerc is today's winner.
Leclerc beats teammate Verstappen, who finishes fractionally ahead of Norris, just half a second in it. Perez is across the line, so are we. We just don't have... We needed one more lap, I think, to get Stroll. But we are going to get him in 11th place. That's a strong fight back, considering the spin and the lockup.
No more DRS. Do the bringing them downside if we can.
And it saves our finish position, keeps our streak going, minimises the amount of money we're going to lose tonight.
Okay, that's the checkered flag. P11.
Strong performance in the second half of the race from Mick,
So very good result.
when he was all the way down in, 18th, 19th. And an excellent race from Oscar. Who... No, it's Porsche has just run out of fuel.
Now, wasn't it an excellent showing from Oscar Piastri?
I tell you what, they had to work hard for those points today. What a phenomenal achievement that is.
It's hugs all round for the team. In fact, they all deserve a pat on the back as well for everything that they've achieved.
Porter better be at least
And the
happy with this.
Monegasque driver certainly proved his worth with a terrific drive today.
What an excellent way to take a second win of the season with a composed performance today.
Well, there were mountains to overcome here in Austria, but those three managed to climb to the top. And down there in the Alpha Tauri garage, Karun, what would they be making of that race, do you think?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw one driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there, though.
And that's it for this weekend here in Austria.
For the next round, we're heading back to the heart of the UK. Get ready for a race to remember in Silverstone, the cradle of Formula One.
So there we go then, confirmation of the final result. It's Charles Leclerc picking up his second win of the season ahead of Max. Lando unfortunately couldn't keep his performances going and dropped down 2 places. Strong race for Perez. Very quick on those soft tyres at the end, just pipping us to the fastest lap as well. Yuki also a good recovery in the sprint, followed up by a good recovery in the race, gaining 6 more places. That's big points for McLaren, 23 points for them tonight. Disappointing race for Russell in the end, had some strong pace. Albon with a good race, up 6 places to take 4 more points for Williams. And Mercedes' woes continue as they drop places again. Sainz down into 9th place and getting just 2 points. Stroll dropping 5 places. They were looking on for some good points at one point earlier in the race, but they only pick up the single point. So again, a bad weekend for Aston Martin. Looking at the lower half, Mick down 2 places from where he started, but given where he was, a strong fight back. It's given us a fighting chance with our sponsors this weekend. It's kept the position guarantee alive and kept the streak going as well. And you see Hamilton dropping down 4 places to finish in 12th place and outside the points. Decent race for Gasly, up 6, but Alpine way off the boil at the moment, as you can see. Ocon also losing a couple of places, down in 15th. Alonso did gain a couple of places, but he's still way down in 16th place. I think Alonso is starting to devolve as a driver a little bit. I mean, you consider his age, it's not that surprising that he would be starting to lose performance on his stats at this point in his career. And let's see what the Drivers' Championship looks like. Max still has the lead. Charles closes the gap down to 20 points, picking up 6 more than him over this weekend. Russell drops down to 3rd in the standings, 13 points behind Leclerc now, but 45 points ahead of Norris, who jumps Perez and Tsunoda to move up into 4th place. Oscar in 7th picks up another 12 points. That pulls him clear of Zhou, but he's still a long way off the back of Yuki. Hamilton picks up 8 points to stay in 9th. Sainz moves up to 10th with 5 points, jumping Mick, who unfortunately didn't score anything this weekend. Stroll gets 5 points overall for Aston Martin, jumping his teammate by 2 and closing the gap to Mick. Have to keep an eye on that battle there. No points for the Alpines. Albon closes to within a point of Gasly. And just Porsche, the only driver yet to score this season, which, considering the car he's in and that he's a rookie, is not that bad. In the Constructors' Championship, 56 big points for Red Bull there. That moves them comfortably clear of Ferrari. They're now 98 points clear. Let's see, McLaren closed the gap to Ferrari slightly. That's now 50 points of deficit. They pulled them in by 7 tonight. We picked up 12 more points overall. So that stretches our gap over Mercedes. We are looking pretty good in 4th right now. I don't think we have the pace to beat the 3 teams in front of us at all. But given the way Mercedes has been going, they're involved in scraps with Williams, which is taking points off each other. That's helping us. Aston just are nowhere at the moment, and 51 points behind us. It's actually looking like we could comfortably secure 4th place as things currently stand. There's still another half of the season to go yet. Anything can happen, but it certainly gives me a bit more confidence as we approach the mid-season break. Take a look at the pit stops. We did get the quickest stop with Mick, a 2.4. That's a slow stop, really, considering that we've been seeing 2.3s and 2.2s. As I said, it is a busy period for mechanics at the moment. And Oscar there with a 2.4 as well in 4th place. So 37 points for us tonight. Big points in the pit stop challenge. Red Bull picking up 23 points, so we've outscored them again. And let's see what it's done to the standings. We have stretched our gap over Red Bull to 32 points as we outscored them by 14 tonight. That's good. Ferrari 100 points behind Red Bull in 3rd. Alpine picking up 20 points in 4th. A couple more points for Mercedes. McLaren, who were very, very good a couple of seasons ago, seem nowhere at the moment on 77. Aston Martin with 15. Williams with 6. Alfa and Haas yet to get the time on the leaderboard. And there you can see those stops, a 2.43 and a 2.46, the 2 stops. Let's take a look at our driver cards. Across the whole weekend, 26 successful overtakes, 24 failed for Mick, 42 successful defences and 16 failed. That's some pretty good numbers there. Let's take a look at Oscar. Identical in attack, 24 and 26. Defending, not quite so good, 24 successful, 22 failed, but he was up against faster opposition, so that kind of reflects a little bit. A strong drive from both. If we can just eliminate those mistakes from Mick, he would have been up there as well with Oscar, and we could have been on some really big points. Bit of a shame, but as I say, we do come away with 12 from this weekend, so pretty good weekend all round. And in terms of the sponsors, let's see. We did not get the fastest lap. We did not get both cars into Q3, but they were incentives, so no money lost there. We did not get both cars into the top 12, Mick qualifying in 13th. So we lose 48 grand there. But at the death, we did get 2 cars to finish in the top 12, with Mick getting that 11th place. So that brought us in an extra 200 grand, and we got both cars into Q2. So we come away with another 3 million. Nice. Okay, so the helipad is now refurbed. New ATR period starts today. Let's see. Donna on the podium again, extending her lead over Novalak, I think, overall in the championship, possibly. Let's have a look at the full results. Let's see, she was 4th in the sprint. Novalak was 6th, and then there you see 2nd to Novalak in the race. Novalak, I believe, was 2nd in standings, probably will still be. We'll check that. Let's have a look. And there we go. Yeah, she is still top, but by 17 points. 17 points clear. Ollie Behrman moves up into 3rd. Roman Staniek moves up 4 places into 4th. Crawford dropping down a few places. An excellent youth signing, by the way, Jack Crawford, if you want to do a Haas playthrough. A young, talented American driver with plenty of room to grow. It's what I'm doing at the moment in my spare time when I play this. I've got a Haas file going in Season 1, and I'm going to be signing Logan Sargent at the end of the season when his contract with Williams expires. I've already signed Crawford. You have to wait till after Miami, till he turns 18, then you can sign him, and he's currently getting trained up in my youth system. Right, let's have a look at the cars. What failed? The rear wing, we have got a replacement, which is good. Car 2, a lot of parts at medium risk. We'll be running out of spares soon. We are 4 days away from the next side pod and from the next race, and the next side pod will be ready in 5 days. So we'll have that on day of quali for Silverstone. Hopefully I'll remember to put that on his car. Still can't get another project going because we are still on fire, unfortunately. Let's have a look at the warehouse. Could do with another underfloor, as we said. I could probably do with making another rear wing as well. A lot of parts, as I say, are close to wearing out. So let's go ahead and just get an extra rear wing done. There we go, and an extra underfloor. There we go. We've got 2.4 mil left in the bank. Let me check my facilities. That's still not broken, but getting closer. It's just going to be a refurb. I can't afford to upgrade it this year. Next year, maybe. Or maybe the end of this year, who knows. Boardroom getting close. Got to make sure that gets refurbed as soon as it goes. We need to keep the confidence gain as good as possible. Everything else is fine. Let's check in with the board. How did they feel about Austria? We're up to medium confidence. Aha, fantastic. They were delighted with Spielberg. Excellent stuff. We are starting to recover. We're still on target in 4th. That is helping. The finances has helped. The race performance, that has definitely helped as well. It's nice to be back in medium confidence with the board. And that does mean as well that that's worth 750 grand at our board review, which is a month away. We've got Silverstone, Hungary and Spa. So 3 races to go, and then we get our mid-season break, and then we come back at Zandvoort after a 3-week break. Alright, let's advance time a little bit more. Rear wing is done. Are we back up and running yet? No, still on fire. Yep, still shut down. That's annoying. It doesn't tell me how long it's going to be until it's finished as well. Still a long way to go on the factory upgrade, but we will definitely need that next season. We're going to be pumping out parts left, right and centre next year with those reg changes. Going to be a mad scramble to try and get the best car next year. So we need to make sure we've got that extra manufacturing capability, free up that fourth slot. We know about Enzo's contract expiring. We're not renewing him. We will be signing Donna as our replacement at the end of the season, Don Tanner. Still shut down? We are. Hopefully we'll be clear after Silverstone. You know, on the Monday we'll be able to start work on the next part. I'm looking at probably pumping out a rear wing with some, if not all, of our hours on it. Let me take a look at our current situation as far as research is going. Very, very little so far on the chassis, as you can see. Nothing on the front wing, but we've got a project going through. A little bit on the rear wing, but again, massive losses. This is going to be across the whole grid. Nothing on the side pods yet. Nothing on the underfloor yet. And something on the suspension, but huge losses so far. This is why I've been wanting to put my hours into parts for research rather than manufacturing new parts. Derek says may need to invest in a new design center. I would love to, but I mean, it's going to cost me 11.5 million to upgrade that. It will give us a little bit of an improvement in our gains. I can't show you those gains at the moment. They'll go up to 3% across the board for the percentage gains. Engineer capacity and project capacity will stay the same. Yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. What would be really nice would be to get the opportunity to spend $1 million to soup up our design center for 60 days or so we can get 6 projects going for a period and get lots of research done. And still be able to improve the car a little bit as well. But we do need to have a little bit of money in the bank to do that. So, yeah, we'll see how things go. A level 4 design center would be grand. Yeah, but we're only at level 2 at the moment. So to get it to level 4 is going to cost us best part of 30 million, I think. It's going to cost us an awful lot. Right, that is it for tonight. That's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed a pretty good week. We are still sitting pretty in 4th place, as you can see. We've got a nice 28-point lead over Mercedes. That is very much appreciated. Gives us a little bit of a cushion. And yeah, let's see how we do at Silverstone. We've got no new parts coming in general, although we should hopefully remember to put the extra side pod onto Mick's car on the Saturday, because that's when it will be ready, and then that will balance his car performance against Oscar. I might unleash new engines at Silverstone as well, because it is a power track. Haven't decided yet for that one. We'll see what our car is looking like when we come back on Monday against the competition. So until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, as I say, our racing this week. We've had some good results. We've had some results. But on balance, it's been another strong week for us, I think. Enjoy your weekend, and I will be back with some more F1 Manager very soon.